Hello everybody, Glitch Ripper here. I'm back for another mob battle, and this one will be the Warden versus some creatures from War of the Worlds mod. Yeah, something like that was long overdue, but the thing is, the mod has been updated many times actually, and is pretty cool. I've actually been following it for some time, and I really wanted the Warden to go against the creatures from War of the Worlds because I just thought it'd be kind of cool for the Agent of the Skulk to just go rampaging against aliens. So I'm just like, yeah, this is one of those things that's just a fun idea that had to happen. Now, I do need to look around here for one thing in this particular dimension. Don't mind it too terribly much, but, yeah, I needed a nice deep area to go to for one of them because it likes to fly all over the place, and I want to see if I can partially contain it. So this area might be a good arena. Thanks to my armor, I have permanent, what the? Why is stuff not flowing or moving? Is it an AI, not AI, but is it a, computer moment? Nope, it's still, things are still operating. Huh. Funny, I didn't think there was like a non-moving fluid here. That's different. Maybe I'll have to explore that later. Anyhow, this is because of another mod, but it also happens to make a good arena location. And being underground is pretty appropriate for the Warden, and also the invaders will want to invade everything, so obviously they'll have to follow up against the Skulk eventually. Fighting machine? Oh yeah, you're too tall. Never mind. I should have did you outside. Sorry. This was not a proper fight. I miscalculated how tall that was. I need a really big cave. Okay, let's just assume that there's going to be a space big enough for that to show. Fighting machine is huge. I mean, it's taller than the Warden. That says something. I mean, it's a big honking fighting machine. Don't worry, the Warden can totally hit it. And it can totally hit the Warden. I mean, after all, the Martians have to use their heat rays, right? Even if it's more like heat machine guns. Of course, the Warden also has a power beam, so it's got enough launch to just send this big flying. It's like it enough to even send it going up enough to actually take fall damage. It's like just bonk. It's like feel the thunder. Now, if it can actually hit down there around the legs, that would be nice. Of course, the ranged attack is more than enough to handle stuff. Oh, there it's getting a few melee hits. The Martian has fallen. Okay. Bombarding machine time. So yes, we have another model in. Is there something going on here? Oh yeah, now I remember. Never mind. But the bombarding machine, it's all about the bombing. And shooting, so yeah. Of course, the Warden will be able to detect it very quickly. They really should have more aggressive AI if they're going to be dealing with things like the Warden. I mean, shooting first would give them a little bit of an advantage, not much. Oh yeah, that's right. Guess those count as entities it can take out. So it's fighting lights rather than fighting the bombarding machine right now. Okay, didn't see that coming, but it'll get rid of them one by one, I assure you. Because that's just what the Warden does. It eliminates things. If it hears them, it's one thing. If it smells them, it's pretty much the same. It gets mad. It's the Warden. It's what it does. There's a much bigger thing over there, and you're not detecting it because it's staying in one place right now. That's kind of funny. But now, this is the only thing for it to be suspicious of. So will you take out the bombarding machine? Oh, thank you. It did shoot backwards. That's interesting. It does fire multiple beams for a good spread shot. So it has a plan that makes it a little hard to deal with firepower. But in terms of firepower, the Warden's got it out flat. Oh, shot it from mid-air. Nice move, Warden. It's like, I still know where you are. The same Warden. Just saying. Taking out 2 Martian war machines. It's down there. It's like, hey, I'm gonna shake you off too. Shot him from the side. Insane Warden. It's just going one after the other. Because the Warden is that tough that it can do it. Oh, hit for a full 30 that time. Okay, it may have smashed with his melee, but the big finishing blow was, in fact, its sonic beam cannon. Now, we also have an electric machine. Let me give you at least a little space. There you go. That's also a big one. Martians are into big fighting machines, aren't they? Well, the fighting machine is a specific model, but you know what I mean. They're into big weapons. The Warden is having a hard time reaching it. For a few seconds, anyhow. Going, you know, why can't I do that? Well, I still have this thing. We both have blasters. It's mine, Sonic. Heat blaster, Sonic blaster. Heat blaster, Sonic blaster. It is amazing how Vanilla keeps coming up with the things that can even outcompete a lot of modded stuff. And the Warden is definitely top tier. Still same Warden. I have not changed Wardens yet. I'll admittedly had to reset that one thing, but I'm not counting that one. Probably thinking, yeah, I'm okay with this fire. It's fine. Your fiery projectile that would just slightly hurt it. Just slightly. Because again, the Warden has a redonkulous amount of health. Warden, you get lots of points for this. Just saying. So I am also curious what else they can deal with. Apparently, not a Warden. Especially with that blow ending it. Okay. Last one I have left is the flying machine. Which, I will put under an overhang just because of something that tends to happen. Now, will the Warden detect this, or it might? Again, same Warden. I'm trying to see if I can get them all the major Martian war machines taken out with one Warden to show this is the real power of war. The Warden. Yeah. I think a Warden could conquer Mars. Yeah, it's totally gonna do it. It's like, I smell you up there. I can totally smell the oil. Now the flying machine will try to fly away. But will it be able to outspeed the Warden, or will it not? I'm gonna give it a pass. Find its way up there, or do I... It fell in a hole. The Warden is blind. Yeah. This proves the Warden is blind. I'd love to see it take on a fighting machine and not have this, like, be the major obstacle. I'd just like to see one actually do it. I will reset these two. But it at least gave it a ring out. So you can count that as a victory for the Warden. Hey, there's a bunny. That is, I mean, you can count it that way. Because I do kind of count ring out sometimes. So sometimes I go with sumo wrestling rules. You get out of the ring, you're out. But in this case, this is out of distance. It's like it did not fight the Warden back properly. I'm actually wondering if the flying machines actually do fight back, because I haven't seen it do it yet. I mean, it should. It should be able to fight back. Will you actually fight the Warden back? Or do you only fight, like, other creatures? Are you just so scared of Wardens that you're just like, no? It's like, are you the one that just refuses to deal with them? All the other machines are just like, yeah, let's go for it. The Martian robots are like, yeah, let's do it. Or battle mechs, actually. I mean, there's technically a Martian in each of those. At least a Martian. Maybe some might be a bit more crude than others, but... To be perfectly fair, that attack has a whole lot of range. Wow. It sought that out for quite some distance. Where'd the Warden go? Oh. Finding another alternate spot to attack from? Warden, I wouldn't choose that angle. It just, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work for you. You might wanna... I don't think it's... I don't think this is gonna work. I think it literally does not work here. Okay. Well, sometimes you try and you don't get one once in a while. I mean, I could try one more shot to see if I can get a fighting machine actually to stay in an area with a Warden. Will the flying machine finally do it? Or will it get to fly off again and just totally say, nope, I am abandoning ship, I forfeit. Of which I do not blame you. And usually that launch causes this thing to just fly up and stay up, because it already flies. Okay, so it's not attacking the Warden back at all. The others are more able to deal with it. I'd seen this thing just fly up before, and I thought maybe I could cage it, but it's not fighting back at all. So the Warden just wins against the flying machines. It just does. It's like, that's it. You are just totally out of it, and just obliterates them. The others at least fight back, mostly. Apparently that one just doesn't have the ability to deal with it and just nopes out. Because the previous times I've tried that, they've always been flung too far. Like, they just get flung out of the distance of the Warden, and what I was presuming was out of their own aggro distance. Like, that what kept happening is I kept trying this on the surface here, and they would just fly up and stay up. And I thought that what was happening is it was flinging them outside their own aggro distance, and therefore they were no longer connecting. So, yeah, I thought that's what was happening. Nope, they just don't fight Wardens at all. Like, the flying machine literally does not know how, and it just nopes out. So, fair enough. It knows when to surrender, and that is against a Warden. So, okay, Warden, you've apparently won against all the Martians. Ignore that. That's from another testing where I'm going to have to be doing another thing with a Warden at another point. But yeah, okay, the Warden just wins against Mars. Okay, so that's been an interesting run. I'll be logging off for now. Hope to hear from you all later. Bye for now, and remember, there will be more mob battles.